Greetings, pod fans. It's day 28 of Pod Vahida. Pod videos himself every day in April. Today is the 28th of April, which is a wonderful day. But I'm going to talk about video games, as I mentioned yesterday. And specifically, I'm going to talk about cooperative games. I'm going to talk about some that maybe you've heard of, some that maybe you haven't heard of, but I'm going to give a little review of all of the ones, and these are all games that I have played with my friends. So first of all, I'm going to get it out of the way. The obvious one, the one that if you haven't played it, you probably didn't like the idea that it was so popular, Among Us. Yes. Among Us did not reinvent the wheel. Games like that have been around for as long as I can remember. Stuff like Epic Mafia and guess you've got like Trouble in Terrorist Town on Gmod and stuff like that, and Murder. But what it did was it made it super, and I mean super, accessible for everyone. Because it's free on the phone. If you play it on Steam, you get all the costumes and all of that, which you would have to pay for if you're playing it on the phone version. But the fact that it's free, and you can play with your friends who are playing on the computer, it just made it this game that took over. I haven't played it in a very long time, but I've still watched content on it because I think people do fun things with it. If you enjoyed it last year and you had a lot of time playing with your friends, but you haven't played it in the past while, they recently came out with an update with a new map. It's an airship, and it's huge from what I can see. It looks like a lot of fun. If you enjoyed Among Us, you can do that. But yeah, let's move on to some maybe lesser known ones for now. So we've got a game by the name of Devour. I talked about it when I talked about the games that I played recently. I made that a little while ago, but this also got an update recently. Devour is a game where you are part of a cult, and the cult leader has done a big old ritual sacrifice and is now infused with some kind of demon. So you gotta sacrifice some goats and just have a grand old time. We played this and we completed it on the normal difficulty, I believe. There's a harder one once you beat it, and we have not played the update yet, but it looks like a lot of fun. It is, I don't know about the replayability, but if you're looking for something quick that you can play in a couple of hours and just have a good time with your friends, I would recommend Devour. Next up, maybe you've heard of it, maybe not. It's Human Fall Flat. It is a game where you are some Play-Doh men climbing things and doing climbing puzzles. There's a lot of community-made maps, and it is a lot of fun for just having a laugh because it's not very serious. You're just having fun, and it's very easy for someone on your team to turn heel and just decide that they are now the enemy of the game just because they're bored. So then you've got people on your team trying to just take care of like one of your friends who's just decided that they're going to ruin everything. It's a lot of fun, and I've had a lot of laughs playing the game. So Human Fall Flat, lots of fun. Labyrinthine, another one that I talked about when I did my games I played in the past year thing. Very fun. Another update recently that I haven't played yet, but the general gist is you and your friends are entering a hedge maze. There is puzzling, there's horror, there's spooky things. Another one similar to Devour that if you just have a couple of friends and you want to play some games and have a good time and, you know, just explore your way through something, I would recommend picking it up. It's a good laugh. Gunfire Reborn is a game that is in early access. It's a lot of fun. It is a first-person shooter roguelike where you're playing as animals, you pick up items, you do the whole roguelike thing, but it's up to 4 players, I believe, if I'm remembering correctly, and you just get to shoot things and yeah, go up levels, get better as you go, do fun things. Gunfire Reborn was pretty fun. Next up, I'm going to talk about 1 or 2 survival games. If you enjoy Minecraft, or if you've played Valheim, Valheim should be on this list because it's definitely a good old jolly cooperation game. So yeah, sorry, Valheim, good. If you have played that and heard of it and enjoyed it, something I would recommend is Raft. The idea is the world has gone water world, everything is water, and you start on a little raft. You grab things out of the water and you build out from there, and you just continue to build things. It's very interesting because your raft is constantly moving until you get things like, you know, research to make an anchor or a sail or an engine, that kind of a thing. I played it recently. We played it over a number of different sessions, and we have completed the story up to now. There is a story, which is very interesting. It's fun for a survival game like that, because you can spend hours and hours on crafting and building out your base, or you can just do what we did and kind of just steamroll towards getting through the story. So that's very fun for some jolly cooperation. Another one in a similar vein is The Forest. This came out a number of years ago. It is a game where you are in a plane crash and you're in a forest. Yeah. There's natives trying to attack you, you're building bases, and you're trying to find your son. So yes, it's building, crafting, getting better, and making your way through a story. Pretty damn fun stuff. And finally, I'm going to talk about the game that I'm playing most at the moment. It is called Deep Rock Galactic, and it's a lot of fun. I'm having a great time with it. The idea is that you are a dwarf, like, you know, a fantasy dwarf like Gimli or Gotrek Gurnison, or, you know, dwarves, beards, mining, getting rare ores, but it's in the future. It's very far in the future. Deep Rock Galactic is a company that you work for who specializes in, you know, mining. So you take on missions where you are drilled into the center of just a planet, into a cave system, and you must go around doing a number of different things. Like there's extracting liquid ores, there is, you know, find a certain amount of a certain ore, and then you can leave. There is quests to kill things, there's like find alien eggs, that kind of a thing. It's between 1 and 4 players. I've played a lot solo, and more in the past couple of days we've been playing cooperatively, and it's so much fun. There are 4 classes, and you just mine. Each class is very different. They all have their like different things to them, but generally it's you're going through mining, you're shooting, you're killing bugs, and you're just having a grand old time. The reason I love it so much is it just has been made with passion. There's so much to do in like the lobby area where you're waiting for your next mission. I am not very far into it. I've only got about 10 hours, 12 hours, which you may be like, that's a lot. Yeah, but not for this game. There is still so much for me to see and to enjoy. So yes, everything on the list I would recommend, but if you're looking for something with a bit more like longevity and something that you can play for a very long time, I would say Deep Rock Galactic. I guess I'm biased because it's the current game that I'm playing. Anything else on that list, great for some jolly cooperation if you have some friends that you're looking to play games with over Discord, but Deep Rock Galactic at the moment is the game that I'm just putting time into and having a grand old time with. But yeah, I think that is all for today. After this, there's 2 remaining. Oh, damn. I haven't missed a day. There hasn't been a late upload. I got messages because there weren't uploads. I think the past 2 days there wasn't anything up by like 3-4 o'clock, and I got some messages being like, hey, this isn't uploaded yet, are you okay? So that's amazing. Like sticking to an upload schedule, having a great time. The amount of comments we've had and the amount of like things that people have said, it's been a beautiful month so far. I don't want to go into this now, I'll go into it on the last day like I always do. But yes, I hope you are having a wonderful time.
I'll talk to you tomorrow for the 29th of April 2021.
Yeah, I still have that, by the way. Sloan.